Yo, we back. Dude, it's been so long. It's literally been so long. I don't even know exactly how long it's been since I've made another video. But it just feels good. It feels good to be back. It feels good to be back and talking to you guys. I'm not wearing my mask right now. I should probably put it on. People are looking at me. But yeah, let's see, updates. I've started classes full blown already. So yeah, the train is definitely moving. I'm having a hard time keeping up a little bit just because I'm taking 16 hours and I've never had as hectic of a semester as this one. So I'm hoping that I can it's so boring talking about school, you know what I mean? Like, get over it, dog. Like, everyone has school, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like a usual thing. So I don't want to tell you about how shitty my day is or like how I'm having a difficult time. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, but I don't got a lot going on right now. Like, I want to have this YouTube channel, but I don't got a lot right now. It's just the perils of a college student would be the theme to my YouTube channel. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, some fun stuff too, I suppose. Do you guys want to see where I'm at actually? Look, check it out. We're out here, UNT, Denton, Texas. It's pretty lit. Your boy's in college. Your boy's about to, well, 2 more years, and then we graduate. 2 more years. And one thing I always think about is like not finding a job. I don't know. It's something that I've heard from a couple of people back home that they're going through. They graduated already, and also like some friends of mine here at UNT also struggling to find jobs. I started to make progress. I feel healthier. I don't get out of breath as easily when I'm climbing the 4th floor. So this is the library, right? And I like to study all the way up there because I can't concentrate on the first 2 floors. There's so much noise. People are just talking and they're being loud and obnoxious, and I wish they wouldn't exist in that moment of my studying, but I'm just kidding. I love all people. Trying to make a joke. No, yeah, just concentration purposes is why I go up there into my dungeon, my upwards dungeon. Dungeons are usually in subterranean levels of a building, but what am I even saying? I need to call my family, bro. Like, I haven't spoken to them in a while. I feel kind of guilty. Just because whenever I get into this zone, this is why I hate school. This is why I don't like school. Because, well, it's a flawed argument, but I'm gonna argue it. Well, anyways, so the reason why I don't like it is because whenever I get like super into my academic life and super, how'd you say, studying and working and really in the zone, I have a tendency to cut off a lot of people. Like, that's the reason why I haven't uploaded, because I've just been so into school and stuff. And that's why, I mean, a lot of students, this happens with a lot of students maybe, but it's just annoying. And it takes a toll on your mental health. You cut off your loved ones too, and sometimes they are the most immediate suppliers of some form of happiness in your life, if that makes sense. Like girlfriends or friends even. And as a computer science major, I find myself a lot of times just being in solitude. And although I don't mind it for a while, it is tiresome after a while. And I kind of want to talk to people, and whenever I get out of the library, I'm like, oh my God, like I need people right now, you know? And it's like, I want to go somewhere. I want to do things. I always feel like that after getting out of a long study session. It feels good. Right now the sun's not out, so I'm kind of sad about that. Yeah, it's currently like 5:40 in the afternoon. People are going about their business in their everyday toils. One thing I always wonder, like, how, you know how from your perspective you think everyone is like I forget what the theory is called, but it's like the center of attention theory. Like from your perspective, you're like the center of the universe, but other people are thinking the same thing about themselves. And so, how would you say? Like in the end, you're thinking like, oh, all people are like side characters in some fashion, and they're not as important as me. And you're too concerned about yourself, when really like everyone is also thinking the same thing about you, if that makes sense. Like, kind of like, I guess for comparison, if you've ever played a video game, an RPG or something, like an NPC character, you know what I mean? Like you're thinking you're like the Dragonborn or whatever, or you're like the one that the earth revolves around, and the story, like you think you're the protagonist of the earth, but really it's not like that. I mean, obviously it's not like that, but I sometimes catch myself thinking like I am giving myself way too much attention to myself than I need to. Like I'm thinking too much about how I am viewed and what role I play, like in the presence of others, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe, but I forget what it's called. I'm not really describing it right, I think, but what I'm trying to say is that sometimes like I'm too concerned with how I'm viewed, I guess. Not really. That's not what I want to say, but I mean, that is true to some degree. And most recently I had a conversation with a friend that actually got me out of being like that. And I feel like my happiness has gone up by a large percentage ever since I started just acting more myself, I guess. But yeah, it's really underrated. Or I feel like a lot of people say it, like be yourself, or whatever, but I genuinely wonder, I don't know if it was just me this whole time maybe, but I genuinely wonder how many people truly like are authentic to themselves in front of other people. I mean, obviously you can't, like in job interviews and stuff, or like if you have to maintain some sort of professionalism, or there's expected manners and there's expected like social norms to some degree, and you know, there's expected behavior depending on the context of the setting. But like for the most part, like in front of just in informal settings, like where it's just chill, it's you and regular people, that's when I think, me myself included, and I'm still working on this, like just trying to actively pursue authenticity, because in the end you're more content, and when you're content you're more at peace, and you're just like, oh, like you don't, because when you're feigning being something, you're thinking too much about what you're gonna say and how it's gonna come out, and you gotta make sure, I mean, obviously don't, I mean, yeah, just respect, obviously, but I think that should be a given. Like, what I'm trying to say is that you just flow more naturally when you are the closest version to yourself as possible. And I get sometimes there's different personas depending on who you're with and stuff, but it's definitely an issue, like not an issue, but a concept of psychology, I guess, that I want to know more about, and I would love to have a conversation with any one of you guys. I mean, I don't like typing a lot, so maybe not in the comments, but I don't know, I'll hit you up. You can hit me up in my emails, which I will link below, if you're interested, and we can set up something or whatever, like a Zoom and stuff. But that's all, guys. That's all I wanted to say today. You guys are the most awesome audience, and I love you all very dearly. So with that, my friends, I leave you. May you have a good week. May you have a good day, hour. If you're a student, good luck in school, working. You're gonna kill it, bro. Tomorrow, you're a boss, dog. Never forget that. And you guys are awesome. Thank you.